pretty exciting stuff, isn't it?
Well, it was nice.
Especially for a 3-win team.
It was nice to get a win.
It was nice.
Nice to have the guys win a game and a 13-game road losing streak. I mean, they lost 13 straight on the road. 0 for 5 on the season. The Raiders stink. Okay?
First rookie quarterback to get a win in the new era, and it's first start. I'll take that, too.
The Raiders stink. Okay, we all know that. Doesn't matter.
I don't know. They play in the NFL.
I was just going to say, it doesn't matter. They were on the schedule.
That's right.
You got to go beat them.
That is correct.
You know, the New York Jets stink, too. How'd that one turn out? Not as well.
Good. No, good point.
So, congratulations, you got to win. That's what it's all about. And there are obvious several things big about this football game. Number one, the defense. Number one, the offense quarterback play was better. I thought Shedeur did a nice job. I'm not ready to put up a statue yet. Nobody should be. I think Tyvis in the postgame show, and he's going to join us at noon, said it really well.
Statue for Myles? Yeah, I'd give Myles a statue.
It wasn't for Myles.
Oh.
Let's see it again, and that's absolutely right. But there's no question. It was fun to watch the Browns get the ball down the field a couple of times, and it just seemed like the offense had some energy that it hasn't had at any point this season. Whether it was Joe Flacco, whether it was Dillon Gabriel, it seemed like the offense had some pop, and that was nice to see. Really, really nice throw by Shedeur on that play to Isaiah Bond.
It was nice.
Yeah, hit him in stride, too.
It was sweet.
So many on those, you see a quarterback throw it up, and the wide receiver has to come back, make a play, and, nope, hit him in stride.
Rhythm.
Right like you're supposed to.
Digging it. We're going to have to hire security for the phone lines if Kevin Stefanski says he's going back to Gabriel next week, if he's healthy, aren't we? Can we get security for the phone lines?
Can I shed a little light on that?
Please.
I will.
Okay.
In the postgame yesterday, Kevin was asked who's starting moving forward, and he was non-committal. Correct?
The quote is, I'm not going to get into that. Obviously proud of Sanders, in parentheses. I'm proud of this offense. There are a ton of things to learn from, but I'm going to worry about today.
Okay, can I just throw a thought at you?
Fire away.
Who should hear first that Dillon Gabriel wouldn't start coming up against San Francisco? The media and all Browns fans listening to the press conference on the postgame show or wherever they might, or Dillon Gabriel?
Dillon Gabriel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And do you think Kevin had a chance to tell him, walking off the field, hey, Dillon, you're not getting the start this week? So don't give Kevin grief for not making a commitment to Shedeur for the San Francisco game.
No, and he didn't double down on it either. He was just kind of like, let's worry about today and we'll get to tomorrow. Yeah. I didn't think it was, I think the way he handled it was correct. Why? Were there, did people call in yesterday that were mad?
Absolutely.
That he didn't just say he should start next week?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they need to know before the guy who might not be starting.
Yeah.
And then did you get the you can't lose your job because of injury phone call?
No.
Oh, you didn't get that? That's interesting.
Well, it's because people don't back Dillon very much. I tell me if this theory is wrong by me. There's no question it's pro sports and guys are competing for playing time, guys are competing for jobs, ultimately they're competing for money. Correct?
That is correct.
I don't think the quarterback situation in Cleveland should be a competition among Browns fans.
Well, that's interesting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shedeur went out and did a really solid job yesterday, and the offense had more energy than it's had all season long. Outstanding. You know why? Because he's the guy wearing the white helmet.
Jeff, correct me if I'm wrong, okay? I just don't ever remember Browns fans being so... There's always been a love affair for the backup quarterback, but it's always just been kind of this quaint love affair off on the side.
It's never been as fired up as this one is.
Until they drafted Johnny Manziel, I don't ever remember watching Browns fans get so divided on the quarterback controversy.
That's true, too. Yep,
I mean, it was when they brought that idiot in here, and the guy that never opened his playbook, and the fans who were on, Johnny Football's bandwagon without really seeing him play and just arguing and wanting to yell and scream about how he should be playing over Brian Hoyer, right? And it was truly a test of the fans' will, I think, at that point, because we had super loud voices that, now I would bury my head in the sand saying that you led the charge for Johnny Manziel, who never opened the playbook. I mean, it's embarrassing. And against the guy who was from Cleveland playing quarterback, whether Brian Hoyer was going to lead this team to a Super Bowl at some point, it's not part of the thing. It's just I just never had seen Clevelanders turn on a Clevelander like that before. And so I really think that we never had these things prior to that. I don't know. Am I on an island on that?
No, I would agree with you on that, and it feels a little bit that way now. I thought Dillon Gabriel from the time he started this year until he got concussed and didn't play the second half against Baltimore, I thought he had made some progress. And there are a lot of factors here. To me, the bottom line is this. Wouldn't it be great to have two young quarterbacks who you are at least interested in?
Yes.
One of them doesn't have to be good and one of them has to stink. How about if we have two good ones? Figure it out. Trade one down the road. Figure it out. If I'm Kevin Stefanski, if I'm the organization, there's no way I'm not starting Shedeur against San Francisco on Sunday. There's no way. And there's also no way I'm going to forget about Dillon Gabriel. And if Shedeur has a bad game or three, I mean, I'd give him a look. Give him should be his time, could be his time. Go out and give him some run. And if it doesn't go well for a couple of games or whatever, then bring Dillon back in. You're trying to figure out what you have moving forward. And I know a lot of folks have already made their decision on Dillon Gabriel based on the sample size that we've seen so far. That's okay. You're allowed to. I'm sure the Browns haven't. I'm sure they're still interested in him. Remember, they ultimately liked him more than Shedeur, or they wouldn't have taken him ahead of him.
I agree.
So I'm sure they want to see more of him. But man, we should all see more of Shedeur.
I thought
it was, and he wasn't great yesterday, Andy. But I thought he did a really nice job, especially in his first NFL start. And the offense had pep and pop and some enthusiasm that it hasn't had all year.
I thought you started the postgame show off the right way yesterday. I want to see more. I just want to see more.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, how could you not?
Why would you not?
Yeah. Look, did they get over 20 points? Yes. Did he throw for over 200 yards? Well, that's not the gold standard. It's still a standard.
Thank you, Dillon Sampson.
Yeah, it's a standard to get to, and I think that was a really good achievement yesterday. I want to see more. Before I'm going to sit here and say don't draft a quarterback next year, which I don't want them to. Like, nothing would make me happier than if Shedeur won the job, no questions asked for the end of the season. And that way, they could go out and they could look at the situation and say, okay, we need offensive line, we need a wide receiver. And even if I don't even know that he has to make it to the franchise quarterback statement. He needs to be a good quarterback that can help you win next year, maybe the same way he did yesterday. But you also are in line then, if you don't want to take a quarterback in the first round, that you do give Arch Manning another year, that you might be looking at Julian saying 2 years from now. I really don't want to go down that road yet.
Or Andy, Lenora Sellers or Ty Simpson at Bama. I mean,
but
you're talking about guys.
Yeah, but you're talking about next year. I'm talking about 2 years from now.
Those guys can all go back.
Could. I don't know if they should,
It's not just Arch Manning.
Right.
You know, I mean, there are a bunch of quarterbacks that can go back. And so if you can kick that down the road and get a longer look at Shedeur.
Yes.
At Dillon.
Yes.
Deshaun Watson has a year under contract. I mean, you have three viable quarterbacks on the roster right now. And if one of them becomes more viable by the end of the year, terrific. I think ideally it would be awesome if you could figure out that one of these guys is good enough to be your starter next year.
Yes.
And then give them another year to figure this thing out.
Right. And the other part of that, too, that I kept thinking about was, okay, say you still have, say you have a top 10 pick. Let's just, I'll be super optimistic.
Probably good chance you will.
Now, maybe you're splitting off that top 10 pick again, like you did last year, so that you have 2 first-round picks this year and perhaps 2 first-round picks next year.
I think that would be, it could be ideal.
It's a good way to grow the team.
Yep. Yeah, the coaching staff will take a look at everything that happened yesterday. All we know is this. The pass to Isaiah Bond, that was a big-time throw. Okay? The interception, absolutely atrocious. The swing pass to Dillon Sampson, congratulations to Dillon. You took a little pass and you took it 66 yards. You can't give Shedeur a ton. You can't say what a great pass that was, but it was on the money. He did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah,
that's terrific.
Hey, even the Jerry Jeudy pass,
that was a nice play.
Was a good play until Jerry forgot that he was on the field and thought the play was over, or was trying to make some kind of a move, or maybe he thought he was closer to the sideline. I have no idea what he was thinking on that.
The defense was stunning,
unbelievable.
We're gonna get into that. Myles Garrett, stunning, historic. Myles Garrett, knocking on the door of history. He has 18 sacks on the season,
which is the most ever in NFL history through 11 games,
with 6 games to go.
Yeah, that's amazing.
The official sack record in the National Football League is 22.5 sacks, and it's set by Michael Strahan and J.J. Watt. So Myles needs 4.5 sacks to tie the record, 5 to break the unofficial record, or the official record. The unofficial record is 23 sacks, held by Al Bubba Baker.
Bubba!
And sacks became an official NFL stat in 1982. Odd to think that they didn't keep it before then, but they didn't. The unofficial record is 23 by Bubba. So if Myles gets 5.5 sacks over the next 6 games, it takes care of everything. The amazing thing is the stretch that he's been on right now. 13 sacks in his last 4 games. That's a good season.
That is amazing.
That's a good season. 13 sacks.
Yes.
In his last 4 games.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
Wow. I watch it and I'm just like, and what's fun is even when your offense stinks, you're like scoring points with Myles Garrett or anybody else on the defensive front, because I thought everybody played well yesterday. It wasn't just...
Well, 8 different Browns were credited with at least part of a sack yesterday.
Ooh, man.
Isn't that's impressive?
You can't really complain about your offensive line when you're looking at the Raiders. And by the way, Chip Kelly won't have to look at his offensive line anymore.
Offensive coordinator Chip Kelly fired.
Yes.
Late last night by the Raiders.
That's a tough call.
That's a real tough call.
You're going to let him go after that perform. You played one of the best defenses in the NFL.
Well, I heard our friend Mike Florio this morning say this, and I thought, boy, that's right on the money. Remember the last game they played, and Ashton Genty had 6 carries for 7 yards, I believe is what it was. And Florio made the point that decision was probably made after that game, but it was a Monday night short week, and they probably didn't want to can him before the Browns game.
Oh, I see.
Because it was a short week.
Maybe.
But it was probably a week in the making, and then it didn't do any better yesterday.
Yeah.
They weren't very good. All of these players...
I wonder if Chip will go back or try to do something with Ohio State for the rest of the year. I wouldn't be surprised if Ryan brought him back for just an advisor or something. Out? Yeah, just kind of an advisor or something.
I would... If you're Brian Hartline, you want a guy looking over your shoulder?
No, but I think Brian has grown into his own skin on this thing, and he's done a fantastic job. So
I do too.
I would feel confident if I were him.
Yeah, I don't know that I'd bring him back just for that reason. Although has such ties to Ryan Day, going back to
it's hard not.
Coach and player in college. Yeah, I do too. I can see that.
It's a matter of just kind of know if Chip did end up going back there, that know your role. Hey, Brian, you got any questions? I'm here for you. Otherwise, I'd love to just talk technique with the guys on the field. But
there you go.
You know what? You haven't lost the game this year, so I don't know how much more I can talk about it.
Devin Bush had a sack. Isaiah McGuire, Cam Thomas, Myles had 3. Mike Hall, half a sack. Malik Collins, 2.5 sacks. Shelby Harris, half a sack. Jerome Baker, half a sack. The one thing that's really cool here, Andy, the defensive tackle play next to Myles has been really pretty good for most of the year, and that helps Myles. And remember, Alex Wright wasn't even in there yesterday.
How about when they were lining Myles up like a middle linebacker?
That was awesome.
Man.
That was really cool.
Why can't the offense put him in? Give him the ball. I want to watch him run.
No, I don't want his knees getting hit. Stay away. Stay away. The defense was really good. Now, I don't want to. We have to temper it all with, okay, the Raiders are a mess.
That's true.
But they were on the schedule. And this is what you were supposed to do against the Jets, and you didn't, Andy. So there's no reason to poo-poo any win. You were supposed to do this to the Jets. You didn't. You lost that football game. But you took care of business yesterday, and that's exactly what you were supposed to do.